J.J. McCarthy is the most NFL-ready quarterback in the draft. He's also the hardest thrower in the draft. I think one of the reasons this kid can drive the ball as consistently hard as he does is, like any Jim Harbaugh prospect, he's got some really good footwork. And I'm not even talking about your basic 3, 5, 7-step drops. I mean, watch how the kid handles pressure. And this is Ohio State. He's anticipating the rush here, and he keeps his body fronted, but he also tucks his shoulder in just a little bit, protecting the ball. And almost all of his sideline view reps, you're going to see this. Just by the time he's at the top of his drop, you get this very wide base. His back foot is never falling under his body, so you don't see a lot of those passes that tend to float or dither as they get to their target. And consequently, he can place the football, like that, right on the target, and it shows up again and again on tape. He completed 70% of his passes to some pretty closed-over targets, like on this rep to A.J. Barner. This is a 3-step shotgun drop. Top of the drop, his back foot's already planted. He's right off the combo in the post. He's in position to throw this seed to A.J. Barner, right on his outside shoulder. And you can't really talk about footwork without talking about play-action passing. Pro-style play-action passing, like you see here on this bootleg, was a big part of Michigan's offense, and it's an increasingly big part of the NFL. And his footwork's fantastic here, too. You get about 5 big steps, and then he's 7 yards back, just over the outside shoulder of the tackle, ready to drive the ball even while he's mid-stride. Footwork like this, it's not accidental. Kind of like at Stanford with Andrew Luck. At Michigan, they put emphasis on this. The magic of film, we can go in the Wayback Machine and check out their practices. Here, they're simulating a hard right rush in a sail concept with some play action. And watch how they have McCarthy practicing, stepping up, and climbing the ladder to make this throw. Fast forward to Indiana, and here he is making a 5-step drop. Get the pivot step, 3 big steps, his crossover. He's hitched up, he's sliding, and he's ready to drive this ball with a maximum exit velocity of 56.8 miles per hour. And GMs will notice this because year on year on year, quarterbacks have a higher rating throwing under center than they do out of shotgun. Because presenting a running threat to both C-gaps reduces a defense's ability to disguise his coverage and can oftentimes open up some pretty big-time windows for play-action passing. Michigan is just middle of the pack in terms of how often they use play-action, but it worked really well because it was executed well. It's a rarity these days, but the system Michigan runs is NFL style for all intents and purposes, and you see it in their goal line plays. This whip X cross, it's a goal line levels read, and it might look pretty familiar to Patriots fans. You start at a whip on the outside, and then you read off the linebackers on double crossing routes. And McCarthy makes his way through this 2-second progression, as fast as any NFL quarterback will. How do I know? I've seen Tom Brady do this for a go-ahead score in Super Bowl 49. Except he hit Edelman on the whip. And this isn't saying JJ is just a play-action quarterback. Only Caleb Williams had a smaller percentage of play-action yardage than JJ. This is a pure progression left to right. The first reads the corner, the second reads the safety, and the third read is the deep safety. And this is the kind of evidence I'm looking for on tape. College quarterback holding a third read safety on the vertical to open up a window for his tight end. Second level manipulation is probably JJ's biggest area of growth between 2022 and 2023. Like on this low red zone levels rep against Carolina, where he pump fakes to get the corner to bite on an out route, opening up a window for Roman Wilson in the corner of the end zone. And I think that's probably the primary impression that I'm left with when I watch J.J. McCarthy's tape, especially from 2023, is that he's already operating an NFL offense at a high level without a lot of college gimmicks.